So in this video, I'm going to go over some of the things that you would have learned in ENGL 101 if you had been my student. And so in this video is going to cover 5-paragraph essay structure and the parts of an essay. And if you learn the 5-paragraph essay structure that I taught in English 101, in my English 101 class, this will make it much easier for you to write your final argumentative paper if you use either the block method or the alternate method for your argumentative essay. But this video is not going to cover the argumentative versus the block method. Instead, I'm going to go over simply the 5-paragraph essay structure that you would have learned in ENGL 101. So this is basically a review video of parts of an essay and an essay structure of a 5-paragraph essay. So this will make it easier for you to write your essay in your English 105 class. So the parts of an essay. So in the essay, you have 3 major parts. You have an introduction paragraph that introduces the topic. You have 3 body paragraphs that justify the main idea. And you have a conclusion paragraph that summarizes the highlights of your essay. So basically the 3 parts of your essay is the introduction. You have the introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. There are 3 parts to your introduction. You have a hook, that's the first sentence of the introduction that grabs the reader's attention. Then you have 5 sentences that give background information about your thesis statement. And then you have your thesis statement, which is the last sentence of the first paragraph. So the last sentence of the first paragraph shows you the main idea of the entire essay, so that your thesis statement should then summarize your body paragraphs. And so your thesis statement talks about the what and the why. In other words, your thesis statement has the topic, opinion, reasons, and then the body paragraphs would be reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. I'll go over that in the next slide. So each body paragraph has 3 parts. So each body paragraph has a topic sentence. That's the first sentence that relates back to the thesis. Then you have 5 supporting sentences that support or illustrate or describe the main idea of the paragraph. And then you've got the concluding sentence of the paragraph that transitions or concludes that paragraph and transitions to the next paragraph. So each body paragraph has 3 parts: a topic sentence, a supporting sentence, and a concluding sentence. And you're going to have 3 body paragraphs for the 3 that matches the 3 reasons in your thesis. And notice that your thesis statement is the last sentence of the first paragraph. And then your thesis statement, there are 3 parts to your conclusion paragraph. So you restate the thesis in the first sentence of the conclusion paragraph. Then you write 5 summary sentences that summarize the highlights of the entire essay. Then you end with a strong statement, prediction, or opinion for the conclusion paragraph in order to give the reader closure to your essay and to give your reader takeaway lessons from your essay. Now, when you write your English 105 argumentative essay, this conclusion paragraph will change. Now, right now in English 105, I simply ask students to summarize the highlights of their essay. This is called a summary conclusion paragraph with this structure. But when I ask students to write their argumentative essay, they're not going to be writing this summary conclusion paragraph. Yes, you're going to restate your thesis in the first sentence, but instead of summarizing the essay, you're going to write a call to action conclusion paragraph where you're going to give the reader reasons why they should act upon your topic. So a call to action conclusion paragraph is used mainly in business letters, whenever you want to sell something to someone. it's used in argumentative and persuasive papers when you want your reader to get off the couch and do something about the topic. So if for example your topic is a call to action against Asian hate, then the call to action paragraph would run something like, now that everybody knows about the harmful effects of anti-Asian hate, I suggest the person should go to the nearest legislative Senate office and write to their senator to propose a bill against anti-Asian hate. The person should go to a protest and against anti-Asian hate. A person should read anti-Asian books to their children to teach them about anti-Asian hate and the effects of that. So that sort of thing. So basically, in a call to action paragraph, in a call to action conclusion paragraph, in an argumentative essay for English 105, you want your reader to call to action. Whereas in English 101, you simply summarize the highlights of your essay. So that's the only thing that changes, as well as you're going to add a counter argument and a rebuttal paragraph within your body paragraphs. That's the only two changes that changes as you write your argumentative essay for English 105. But these are the basic parts of an essay: introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Every essay that you write, whether it be a classification essay, a definition essay, there are 8 kinds of essays, and each of those essays all have an introduction, body paragraph, and a conclusion paragraph. So the parts of the essay do not change. What changes is the different kinds of body paragraphs, different kinds of conclusion paragraphs, and different kinds of introduction paragraphs, which I also taught in English 101. But that I will make different videos. I have a separate video on the different kinds of introduction paragraphs, a separate video on the different kinds of body paragraphs, and I do have a separate video on the different kinds of conclusion paragraphs. I will include those videos in your class as part of your ENGL 101 review for students who have taken my ENGL 101. For students who have not taken my ENGL 101 class. So everybody's on the same page. So this is the 5-paragraph essay structure that I taught in my English 101 class. I used this exact same graphic as well. And so here you have your introduction paragraph, and your introduction paragraph has a hook, background information, and then you have the thesis statement. The thesis statement is always the last sentence of the first paragraph, and so that each paragraph has 5 to 7 sentences. And so you have the first sentence of the introduction paragraph is the hook that grabs the reader's attention. And so you can grab the reader's attention by having something very exciting that would hook the reader to want to read your essay. You could have an unusual quotation, you could have an unusual fact, you could have a short story, any kind of hook like and so I actually have a video on different kinds of hooks as well. So I will include that also in your ENGL 101 review block. You'll see what I mean when you get to that, when you get to your ENGL 101 forum. So anyway, so your introduction paragraph has a hook, 5 sentences for your background information. Okay, so first you have the hook, then 5 sentences of background information, then your thesis statement. Your thesis statement has the topic, which in this case is exercise. Then it has the opinion, has many health benefits. Then it has reason, increased blood flow, weight management, and improved health. So those are the topic, opinion, reasons. And then these 3 reasons, increased blood flow, weight management, and improved mental health then become your topic sentences for your body paragraphs. So here you have exercise increases the blood flow, and so here you have body paragraph 1, exercise increases the blood flow. Then you have exercise improves weight management, and so here you have exercise increases weight management, and then exercise improves mental health, and so here you have exercise improves mental health. And then these are all the topic sentences, and so you have here you have a thesis statement with matching topic sentences. So when you have a thesis statement with matching topic sentences, this is called the 5-paragraph essay structure. Then after you make sure that you have good essay structure, then you're going to fill this in. So exercise increases blood flow. Then you're going to write 5 to 7 sentences about how exercise increases blood flow. Then you're going to write 5 sentences on how exercise increases weight management. And then you're going to write 5 to 7 sentences about how exercise improves mental health. And so that's the general essay structure. And then when you include your APA in-text citation, you're going to write within the 5 sentences pie structure. You're going to put in the first sentence, which is exercise increases blood flow. That's the P, main point of pie structure. Then I, in-text citation. Then you're going to write something like 55% of people experience, 55% of doctors indicate that exercise increases blood flow. Every time you use any kind of numerical data, you have to cite the source. So that becomes your in-text citation. 55% of doctors indicate that exercise increases blood flow. Then you put that between quotation marks. Then you put in Smith, date, and page 22. And then you write 5 sentences about why exercise increases blood flow. So you only use, and that E in pie structure, the E for explanation. And so that's pie structure. In other words, you explain in 5 sentences what that in-text citation means. And then you do the same thing for each body paragraph so that you only have 1 in-text citation per body paragraph. So that's what I taught my students in English 101. Then your concluding paragraph, you restate the thesis statement as the first sentence of the last paragraph. And then I taught my students to summarize the essay highlights, and then you give a strong ending statement of opinion or prediction for your concluding paragraph, which is the conclusion paragraph. So that is the 5-paragraph essay structure for your English 101. And you notice that I used a hamburger, okay? So basically it's like the introduction paragraph and the concluding paragraph. They represent the buns of the hamburger. In other words, the introduction and the conclusion are like the foundations of your essay. And then the body paragraph, you notice, looks like the meat of the hamburger. And so the body paragraphs represent the meat of your essay. In other words, that's going to be the center of your essay. Just like the hamburger meat is the center of the hamburger. And those of you who went to school in the United States probably remember your elementary school teacher teaching you how the hamburger can represent an essay. This goes back, I think I learned this when I was in 4th grade or something like that. So this is English 101 is a review of what you learned in high school and middle school English. So you're supposed to know all of this by the time you enter college. And so this is a review of your review, a review of a review, you know, because ENGL 101 is already a review of high school and middle school English. And so now I'm reviewing this once again for English 105 for those of you who were not in my English 101 class. So this pretty much ends this this video. And so if you have any questions, you can always email me.